The Israeli attack on Gaza has been waging for more than 2 weeks. More than 850 civilians have been killed and over 4,100 injured. Hundreds of rockets have hit southern Israel as Israeli troops close in on Gaza City. The Real News Network spoke to Sameh Habib, a photojournalist living in Gaza City. Sameh, what is going on in Gaza City right now?
Clashes between the Palestinian fighters and the Israeli soldiers taking place. The bombing from the artillery machine is taking place maybe hourly or more than hourly, especially midnight, in which furious and big clashes erupt. Gaza City is being cut. It's being cut from the north, from the south, the east, and the west. We are being trapped, and every single point in Gaza is being under the Israeli target. Today, many cars that were just running into one of the Gaza streets were hit, and around 4 people were killed.
What is going on with you and with your family?
The situation in my house is very bad. As all Palestinians, I'm facing a very problematic situation in terms of food supply, in terms of water, in terms of gas, fuel, and every things that being needed strongly for the basic humanity. I don't have enough bread, I don't have enough water, I don't have access to the internet. All you can imagine I'm not having at this moment. Add to that, we are living in a very frightening and fearful situation due to the Israeli military operation. The fear from the rockets, from the shelling, from the Air Force and the Naval Force bombings that never stop. And my house personally was exposed to shrapnels, big shrapnels from the artillery kills, and all the areas, all the houses around me are being exposed to the shrapnels. Looking from the window, I could see the rockets going here and there and destroying some places. Many people are being trapped since the start of this military operation. They cannot go out. It's so dangerous to go out of your house. You know, the drones are being targeted every movable target because they think that everything moving is someone who's going to try to fire a rocket, especially in the borders here in the east of Gaza City.
Have you seen the ground troops yet?
We didn't see the soldiers. We only saw the tanks and the bulldozers that were just bulldozing some trees. No one was able to see what was going on in the borders because heavy confrontations and heavy fighting was taking place between Palestinian fighters and Israeli soldiers. The Israeli army is not able at the moment to get into the Gaza City itself. They are still in the borders of Gaza City. If they try to get in, the Palestinian fighters start to fire and to resist them.
And what about the south part of the Gaza Strip? What's happening there?
2 days ago, the Israeli army threw tens of thousands of leaflets warning the people who are living beside the borders with Egypt to leave and to evacuate the city in a preparational way to bomb the tunnels area between Egypt and Palestine. And thousands of people left their houses to the other part of Rafah. And the Israeli army started, for the past 2 days after they have told the people to leave, started to use the F-16, to use heavy bombs that were used like in Afghanistan and Iraq to bomb, to go deep down in the earth, under the ground. We could see cluster bombs. It's American weapons.
How do you survive without water delivery and gas?
So we buy water from some point. We are in bad need for any kind of water. And the same thing is for bread. If we need some kind of bread, we have to go to some of the bakeries. Gaza was having around 47 bakeries working on daily basis, but now we have only 5 to 7 working, and not on daily basis. We don't have enough flour here. UNRWA was saying that Gaza needs around 100 vans of flour a day, but what is getting into the Gaza Strip is a few vans. Another problem we have is the new refugees. We're speaking about more than 35,000 people who left their houses from the north and from the mid areas into the Gaza City.
How do the ambulances function without fuel?
The ambulances are not able to function. The medical vehicles arrived from Egypt into Gaza to take some of those injured people into Egypt. As for the humanitarian crisis, what is getting into Gaza from the humanitarian aid is not enough at all. Hundreds of trucks in Egypt and from Jordan not able to get into the Gaza Strip. But Gaza having nothing on the ground, having nothing in the houses. What the people have at the moment is what they have stored before and what they have saved in their houses.
And what about you yourself? Can you evacuate?
This is the problem. Mrs. Chevalier was saying on the TV some days ago that if we need to hit a place, we tell the Palestinian people to leave their houses. But the dilemma here is we don't have places to go to. I will let you hear just the sound of the clashes and the fire, if you can.